From the moment he saw her, he knew she was his. Damien Blackwood wasn't the type of guy girls brought home to meet their parents. He was the warning, the whisper in the hallways, the guy with a past that made people lock their doors at night. But none of that mattered when it came to her. Lena Carter. She was everything he wasn't: soft, kind, untouched by the darkness that had wrapped itself around him since birth. He watched her from afar at first, the way she laughed with her friends, the way her fingers traced the pages of her books, as if the words meant more than just ink on paper. She was a quiet storm, and he was drowning in her before she even knew his name. The first time he spoke to her, it was deliberate. "You should be careful walking home alone," he murmured as he stepped out of the shadows. Lena startled, clutching her books to her chest. "I'm fine," she said, but there was a hesitation in her voice. Damien smirked. He liked that she was cautious. He liked that she wasn't naive enough to trust him. Yet, he started showing up at the coffee shop she loved, in the library, where she studied late, outside her classes. Always close enough for her to notice, never close enough for her to call it stalking. He wanted her to feel him, to know he was there, and she did. "Why are you always around?" she asked one evening, standing on the steps of the school library, her arms crossed. "I like watching you," he admitted, his voice low, dangerous. Lena's breath hitched. "That's creepy," he chuckled. "Maybe, but it doesn't scare you, does it?" She didn't answer, and that silence told him everything. He started pushing. Small things at first, brushing against her when he passed by, whispering things in her ear when no one was looking. He wanted to see how far he could go before she broke, before she gave in. And then, one night, everything changed. She was alone. It was late, and he was waiting. "You should let me take you home," he said from behind her. She spun around, eyes flashing. "You don't own me, Damien." His jaw clenched. "Not yet." Lena shook her head. "You think you can intimidate me? That I'm just going to fall for the brooding bad boy act?" He took a step closer. "No," he murmured, his fingers tracing the curve of her jaw. "I think you already have." Her lips parted, her breath shaky. For the first time, she didn't pull away. And Damien knew he had her. He had her exactly where he wanted her.